One thing about the entertainment industry, it's gonna entertain. Entertainment is entertainment whether it comes from a high or low vibrational place. Although subjective, many forms of entertainment may come in the form of, well, anything. Making mud pies might be entertaining for children or adults, we don't judge. Trash reality TV may be entertaining for others. Lying unprovoked to millions of fans around the world just may be entertaining to some, including the many celebrities who maneuver around the entertainment industry, telling stories to anyone willing to listen. After all, telling stories is what they do best, right? Move over, SZA. You might have some competition because it looks like R&B singer Jhene Aiko has multiple seats assigned at the Fables table. Back up on my bullish. The 2020 BS collaboration with fellow artist Her may have been one of the best tunes Jhene dropped that year, but it appears as though the track had a double meaning, ironically and unintentionally. Starting off with the album cover photo of Jhene on the Chilombo album, sporting a yellow bandana, baby hairs, and box braids. Oh, the irony. Does cultural appropriation only apply to people y'all don't like? But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about Jhene's background and upbringing. Jhene Aiko Ifuru Chilombo, raised in the unlimited city of Los Angeles, California, grew up in the southern regions of the City of Angels. In a tragic twist of events, Jhene's childhood home burned down when she was just 7 years old, forcing her and her parents to move near Slauson Avenue, where she'd be homeschooled all the way up till her high school years. The kid of Christina Yamamoto and pediatrician Karamo Chilombo, who divorced a while ago. Her mom, Christina, is of Spanish, Dominican, and Japanese descent, while her dad is of Native American, African American, and German Jewish descent. Now, from what you've just gathered from her parents' heritages, races, and ethnic backgrounds, we can pan toward Jhene's 7 siblings and clearly, or maybe not, see that Jhene, since the start of her mainstream career, which took off officially in 2011 when her debut album Sail Out dropped and had the girls habitually adding the worst to their faux depressed and POV You're in Love with a Toxic Man playlist. The worst, the breakout track from Sail Out shot Jhene into the indie R&B circle, with people pedestalizing her as the new and next best upcoming thing. The only issue with that is, Jhene wasn't nor isn't indie whatsoever, unless we're changing definitions around and counting being backed by popular labels as indie. Nevertheless, Jhene fans love the appeal, sultry, and sensual harmonies produced by Aiko's vocal cords, and overall laid-back chill persona that can be described as nothing short of vibes. Quickly enough, like all the other admixture beings residing in the R&B sector, y'all were swift in decoding Jhene's racial makeup to consider her black enough. Despite her grandparents, her grandfather in particular being Japanese, and her grandmother being of Dominican heritage, given, although new to most of her fans, Jhene's name and face hadn't gone unnoticed. Too much, back in the early 2000s, when Jhene was out here cosplaying as Lil Fizz's cousin. Yes, Lil Fizz of B2K. Don't act like you don't remember the magazine spreads of Jhene pretending to be Fizz's cousin. Whole meanwhile, she isn't even related to the man. Probably why she thought she could pop back up almost a decade later and simmer into black culture's wide open borders, because we know the gatekeepers get a 1 out of 10 rating on Yelp. Gates where? Jhene saw an opportunity and downright snatched it. This was her chance at cosplaying biracial and getting an honorary black card with a limited free N-word pass edition. Don't mind if I do, is what Jhene must have been thinking. Why not? It's not like the gatekeepers gonna do anything about it. They're not even at the gate from what we can tell. Although she may not exactly be what she portrays herself to be. Growing up in a multiracial family dynamic and a black middle-class environment may have shaped the way Jhene views herself and her identity. Fellow singer and songwriter Mila J is Jhene's sister, in case you weren't aware, and well, we see how she gets down. Despite being less than 25% Negroid, Jhene's words, not ours. She seems to be practically engulfed in a culture that, if you look at how her other siblings besides Mila J get down, you'd see the divide and duality, as if the Aikos weren't even related, let alone raised under the same roof. But perhaps there's a truth hidden under Jhene's list of untruths, starting with her music. Described as soulful yet atmospheric, Jhene embodies a soft, unapologetic street cred that many have gravitated to, propelling her as the perfect what they call hook singer for many rappers. Kendrick Lamar, 2 Chainz, Drake amongst a bunch of rhythmic mimers who aided in Jhené's solo success, peaking on top of the Billboard charts. Her 2017 album Trip lasted 57 weeks on Billboard's top R&B album charts. Jhene routinely name-drops 90s icon Tupac Shakur, citing the influence he had over her own career, especially in the beginning. Pac's latter albums compelled her to become multidimensional, embracing contradictions and contrasting perspectives, while using her skills to also signal messages similar to those of her fave. Hapa, used to describe people of mixed Hawaiian heritage, referred to those who were half Hawaiian, part non-Hawaiian, oftentimes then not European, but doesn't solely refer to mixed Asian identity. Jhené's grandpa moved to Southern Cali in 1940 during World War II, and his family located on Native American reservations before settling near Compton. Grandpa Teddy ended up marrying an African-American Dominican woman named Essie. Post-war, Black and Japanese residents continued to live in close proximity, but much of the racial makeup of LA had been reformed, bringing a new sense of unity and differences. Pulling from their Hapa identities while anchoring themselves in Black and brown cultural and music aesthetics. Jhené's Hapa identity can be seen in 2 of her music videos for her song Never Call Me, where she utilized every cliché and Japanese Orientalism.
You should have called me. Why you never call me? Why you never call me?
In the video, Jhené is Izanami no Mikoto, a Shinto goddess who specializes in creation and death. Jhené takes on the spirit of Izanami to seek revenge against a past flame who just so happens to be a Black man. The final scene is a spectacle of Black grief as a crying mother tosses sand off of a beach cliff meant to be her son's ashes. A Black man's funeral being added is egregious given the historical context of murdering Black males, specifically while forcing the mothers to pick up the pieces and grieve while the world watches. Those who are paying attention know that the condition of Black life is one of mourning. Described as a love letter to Slauson Hills, Jhené's childhood place of residence for a while, we get taken on a vibrant journey with an effortless groove that can be described even further to be what they call LA cool. Reminiscent of 90s rap vids where Black and brown people are seen out and about around town on a bright-eyed day in LA. The first video for the music video is an expression of her multicultural heritage, whereas the second video is a take of her LA background. Jhené's stint within the R&B genre follows the likes of Snow Allegra, Ariana Grande, and anyone else non-Negroid who prefers to dabble in musical genres Black people still dominate, for now. That is until the gatekeepers finally decide to shut the gates. Then you have those like JoJo, not Siwa, Tina Marie and them, who are every bit of Ivory, partake in the hoopla, but don't feel the need to throw on a costume of faux exotic Blackness to prove how down they are. Jhene Aiko's presence in music has matched her appeal as an indie R&B vibes girl. However, it'd be disingenuous to not mention the untruths of her uprising that, although isn't exclusive to just Jhene, still coats the fabrications of her appeal. But then again, she wouldn't be the first artist to do so. I promise I am human, and I see you all as family, regardless of how you view me. Whatever you say, Jhene. Between claiming Lil Fizzle Pop as a relative, claiming to be indie, and giving the impression that she's soaked in the race she caters her music to, do you think Jhené's appeal is authentic? Or is she yet another one of them, masquerading in and adopting elements of Black culture for clout? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.